Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Field of Glory Kingdoms as we're playing as France. Alright, so it's going to end our turn. It's been about a week and a half or so since our last video. Actually, it's probably been closer to 2 weeks now. And we ended off getting ready for this war against Normandy as we conquer these, I guess it's 5 provinces from the German independent rebels. Let's go and find out this battle. Just let it do the continuous play. Let me turn that down just a bit. Alright, so this should be an easy victory. Hopefully don't take any casualties. We'll have to see how it goes. That's mostly just granting us some experience. We are also still losing manpower, unfortunately. I'm hoping getting all this territory will result in us finally fixing our manpower problem. We'll have to see. Because, you know, as we get more territory, we'll be able to support more units. Yeah, we tore those guys up. We killed everybody. So that went pretty well. I don't think any of our units got hit. So that's exactly the type of victories we want to see happen. So it seems that our authority increased by 2. We didn't get any progress tokens. This is an interesting change here because we are playing on new patch. We might have found a new ally. So Gascon has sent us an alliance offer. I believe we sent off some alliance offers too, didn't we? I don't know if those were accepted or not. I'll take a look at our situation here. But I don't see any reason not to ally with them. I want more allies down here in the south. So yeah, we're going to go and agree to this one. Get ourselves another ally. We also sent that gift to our vassal, increasing their relations. Currently we're at 26. And of course we sent them that gift as well. But what I was saying is that we are on a new patch, and one of the changes seems to be with manpower. So when you're in the negative, it's now red. In addition to that, you can actually go below 0. So this is going to become more of an issue for us, which I'm not entirely sure why we're losing so much more than we were before. Might have just been some balance changes there. Because yeah, we were losing -2, and then we were at 4. And yet here we are at -10 and we're losing 15. So I'm assuming that's something else that the patch changed. They just kind of rebalanced manpower, which, I don't know, it just feels like it's not a good change. I mean, we don't even have that large of an army. I mean, our army's not huge, and the fact that we're taking this big old penalty. I mean, we got these troops over here. Might want to get rid of them because they are levy troops. That might be the reason why we're further in the negative now, I guess. Yeah, we'll get rid of these guys just to span them all in the next turn. Those are the troops that we got from our vassal when we annexed them. I'm also seeing that we have some light artillery here. A siege engine. Alright, so that will be incredibly helpful. That will speed up the sieges by a lot. So that's nice to have. We could start moving them over here because it seems like we're going to have to siege this location down. You know, we finished the battle. Yeah, we do have to do a siege. Now, it says it's going to be quick. But there's really no reason not to go ahead and send these troops up there to speed it up. Although it might be done by the time they get there. We'll send them here for now. We will keep those new units, but between this here and then this army here, that could be the reason why we're so far in the negative now. I'm not entirely sure, or if it was just rebalancing in the patch. We did form a new domain, the Flanders domain, so the territory that we're conquering here. So those are in one, state or region. And this is part of the reason why we got the increased authority in this turn. And yeah, just having troops, problems with our troops. Of course, due to our low manpower. We also now know the loyalty of De Rohan, which is not high. I feel like we already knew his loyalty. Alright, so yeah, we'll do the siege here. I think we have 2 more turns before either us or Normans can declare war on each other. But that's okay if we wait a little while, because I think we need to fix the manpower issue first of all. And yeah, I want to finish conquering all these rebels as well. Now, given they might declare war on us, we'll just have to see what happens on that front. Or maybe they'll attack somebody else. I don't think they're at war with anybody at the moment besides Riccardi, which they can't get access to him. You know, I wouldn't have a problem with conquering them before we did war with the Normans too, because we have a claim here. And so it makes sense. Like, let me just take a look and see how much authority that would cost. But them being insignificant, it only costs us 3 authority. So yeah, really not too bad. So might want to do that war first. We do have a regional decision as well to forge a claim that we could use on the Normans. That would be an option. Let's go through here and see what we did this turn. Almost ended. We haven't taken a look at all what happened just yet. So nothing that I'm seeing in here that we didn't already see in the notifications. We did get the herbalist building constructed though. Alright, excellent. So that's going to give us some increased manpower. Also produces the drugs and herbs and gives us a health bonus. Again, really need to focus on those manpower buildings, just trying to improve our generation here. Conquering this territory will help us as well. You know, I don't even know if we want to build in this particular location since they keep getting raided. So it might be better to build here. Remember in this location, they don't have any building slots left at the moment. They also got a new population here. Okay. So yeah, I think we would be better off building here. You know what, let's get the manor here. It's take us 3 turns to construct that, despite the fact we're not putting much into production at the moment. I think that's largely because of these guys here. What we might want to do, switch one of them over to help them grow a little bit faster. And then we'll move, I don't know, maybe this guy over to here. It's not even going to change it at all. What about there? Yeah, you know what, we could do that. Yeah, that'll work. And I think we have them assisting these guys build. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave everything as is here. We also finish up the construction here. So we constructed a cattle ranch. And then remember, we also used that decision to get the harbor here. So that's granting us a bit of extra money, siege resistance. So yeah, let's go and get something else built here. They'll be sharing construction with them though. So that's something to consider, but let's just see if there's anything here we really want to get. So get some additional food here with the farm. This would be really useful for the extra money. Yeah, we might get that, guys. There's also the manor, which they don't have anything on this whole side over here. So again, the manor wouldn't be a bad idea. Increase the stewardship. But you know what, I really feel like the Traders Bureau would be really useful to get with all that extra money. Even though I know we're doing fantastic on money at the moment. Could make use of some of these regional decisions here. I don't know if we really need to do any of these. Could do the diplomatic intrigue. That does cost authority though. Something to consider. There's the spy on nobility. We're going to wait to use that. I think we're done for this turn. I'm just going to work on the siege for now. And yeah, we'll have to hope that the Normans don't declare war on us because, again, I think we're gonna focus on conquering those rebels first. Get all 3 of those provinces conquered, and then solve our manpower issues. So we did get some manpower somehow. We're at 102 now. We didn't conquer that province. Yeah, we didn't get that province conquered. We did get that alliance. All right, excellent. Artois has finished up their construction. I think we got that closed settlement. So you know what, we might continue working on improving their fortification level. There are some other good options here though. If we wanted to get some increased infrastructure so we can build faster. You know what, I think we will do that. Yeah, let's get the increased infrastructure. I think that'd be pretty helpful. It will take 21 turns with our current setup here. So you know what, let's go and move some of these around. We can just deprioritize some of the population that we have working on money since we're doing pretty well when it comes to our finances. So if we wanted to just prioritize construction a little bit more, then that would be an option. So let me just look through here. I mean, this place is pretty good. I mean, this really seems to be the location where we're having the most issue, but we're not, we don't have any of our population working on money. I suppose you could do here. move one of these guys. Let me see, what region are they a part of? They're helping out with this location. Okay. So yeah, let's move one of these over here and just help them grow a little bit faster, perhaps. Well, I didn't want to move all those. My bad. So we're going to grow in 5 turns. And then we'll still have this constructed in just 2 turns. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Still earning a good amount of money every turn. We did disband those troops, and I think that's where we got the manpower from. So we're back to the point where we're only losing 4 per turn. But still, that's not sustainable. It seems that we did get a progress token. Alright, excellent. We have not been getting those as quickly as I would like. We did finish up with that siege as well. Alright, so that's good news. So we've taken control of Brabant, which they have a poultry farm, butchery, several of the military buildings, and they got the hovels as well. Currently getting the wood cutting constructed. We'll let them finish that up. No growth at the moment, so might want to change that up. So let me just move one of these peasants over here, maybe a couple of the peasants, because yeah, they're not growing very quick at all. You know, we can move both of these guys over here. That's 7 turns now. That's for both their growth and to finish up the construction, so I think that's pretty good. And another piece of good news, we are now in the positive for our manpower generation. All right, excellent. So that's the first time we've been in a positive for that for a very long time. All right, so maybe we'll stack up on the manpower a little bit. We can get up to 342. All right, so we're going to do the attack here. We're not going to wait on those guys. Let's just go ahead and do the attack in this next turn. Get those guys wiped out and try and take over this province here. Yeah, these are all just free provinces because there's these rebellions up here. So this is notifying us that Champagne is still discontent that we are in control of this occasion. However, it's no longer, I think it's no longer theirs. You don't see the lines going across it that would indicate that it's being occupied. So I think this shouldn't be a problem anymore. Now, they're already very unhappy with us. Well, we've gotten it up to 24. That was largely due to the gift that we granted them, but this shouldn't be an issue anymore, guys. So yeah, this is actually ours now. And it has a lot of good stuff here. Is it part of a location at the moment? It is. It's part of all this here. Okay, so let's see. We currently have this being constructed, the weapons workshop in Paris. Nothing being built here. They already have a lot of stuff in this location. So we might just have them like work on construction. Yeah, let me take a look at this place, see if there's anything we want to build here. You know, I think we're gonna get this. I know we're building it in another location as well, but yeah, we want the extra infrastructure. So we'll build that there. And then we'll just have these guys help the other provinces build. They're going to grow in just 1 more turn. I don't think we need just as many of these freemen over here, so let me put 1 more. Kind of help speed up the construction of this building a little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We could also move this freeman over to here. Well, that's not really going to speed it up much. Maybe do 1 more then. Yeah, that gets it to 5 turns. Still 2 turns for the weapons workshop. Alright, so that looks good. I don't think there's anything else we need to manage in this turn. You can see how, you know, we're pretty far along now. You know, turn 40. We've been playing a game for a little while. Still early game, of course. But yeah, there's still not, despite all the provinces that we have, there's not a lot that we do every turn, particularly when we're at peace. And so I wanted to show you guys just how long those turns take. This is an interesting situation. We're in the snowy forest, so very low frontage. And so this could be a little bit more difficult. Just kind of depends on how this range phase goes. Yeah, we got some tired troops here. I mean, it looks like we're gonna win this easily, though. I mean, I didn't think we wouldn't win it. I was more concerned that we might take a couple casualties or whatever. Which again, our efforts here, we're trying to do them while not taking any casualties. Alright, so we won that battle there. And then their army will be wiped out since they don't have anywhere to retreat to. And we'll gain control of the province as well. So we now have that province locked down, and we'll go over to that last one next. It'll take 2 turns. Well, yeah, I bring up the turns because I wanted to show you guys how long it takes now at this point, because as you get further in the game, the AI turns take longer, or at least the processing does. So you see it gets stuck there at 98% for a little while. Again, this goes fairly quick, but it certainly overall, the whole process takes a bit longer. And you'll see as we get further and further along that this will be more and more the case. Yeah, I just wanted people to be clear, because again, some people have a lot of issues with these turns. I've had a few people complaining in the comments just how bad they are. The peace treaty just ended between us and Normandy. So we could declare war anytime we wanted, or they could declare war. Again, we're going to wait, because we got other things to do first. So let's go ahead and have these guys go over here and meet up with the siege engines. So they'll join that army. Army does keep getting more powerful, and that's because they're getting more and more experienced. And the Heir of the Realm is clearly living a life of luxury here. Who do we have in this location? Our uncle. So he's doing very well from his position. And then over here we got the manor constructed. So next we're going to get the wood cutting, increase the infrastructure, and it seems to get us a bit more money due to a building needing that wood. So we'll get that started up. And then we also got the farm constructed over here. And then we're going to get the timber wall next to increase their fortification level, since they're on the frontier with Normandy. So it would be wise of us to increase the fortification level of the locations up on the border here. So like you could get something started over here if we had something for fortification level. Doesn't seem to be an option. Their fortification level is currently sitting at 1. Same with them over here. We'll take a look at this location if we want to get something there next turn. Alright, so that's it for this turn. So only one rebel province left to conquer. We're going to want to go ahead and merge these troops here, the light artillery, with our main army, and then we'll go ahead and do that attack. They do have a small army here defending, which we will easily wipe out, and then we'll take over the province, and then we'll be done up here. We did get a nice 4 infrastructure bonus here, because life is pleasant. So help them get that Traders Bureau constructed. Also got a new population over here, which we're going to leave that working on growth. Finished up a couple different buildings. It looks like 3 different buildings in our provinces. Again, here I said we'd look to see if there's anything we can get, and there's not, to increase the fortification. So I suppose we'll get the craftsman infrastructure bonus for them as well. It's going to take them 15 turns. Okay, well they'll grow in 5 turns. Harris finished up its construction of the weapons workshop. And we cannot construct anything further. We are at the building cap here. Okay, so we're going to grow in 2 turns. See, our population has gotten fairly large here, so we got to scroll through these. We got a population of 18 currently in Paris, and we got that new regional decision to reinforce a march. Just going to show you guys what that does. A march is a defensive-minded border region, and so if we use this, we'll be increasing the defensives, the fortifications in one of our provinces, and it can also round up some peasants as militia. Must have at least 1 noble population in a location. While we're talking about building up here, let me just see where the best location to use that would be. So fortification level 1 here. They still have space to build in this province, and this one just doesn't have any options, as we discussed. But yeah, I want to build up the defenses in the border region with Normandy. I think it'd be useful. We got up to fortification level 2 here. So yeah, one of these 2 would probably be the best. I think we should do it in this one, honestly. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Because we do have the money. It's going to cost metal, but we got plenty of that as well. It does cost manpower, but as you can see, we're building up the manpower. That's about a little over 2 turns worth of manpower there. So yeah, let's go ahead and use that right here. Because we're sitting on 2,036 money. So we ended the turn, and now we have arrived at this location to do this battle. Go ahead and play it out. Again, it's going to be in the forest. Or I guess it's in the lowlands, but Point is, it's a smaller frontage. We are having stalemates here, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a real shame. It's because of the clumsy modifier. And so many of our units actually got hit in this particular battle. We still won it. Yeah, we just didn't want... We're trying to avoid getting hit. And so that's unfortunate. But we've taken over the province, that's what matters. And so now we can send our units back south in preparation for this war against the Normans. Actually, rather than attack the Normans, I think we said we were going after Picardy instead. So let's move over to here and we'll declare war on them once we get a little bit closer and try and get them conquered. Alright, so a few notifications here. Aponte is now in turmoil, with marauders appearing in many places. Feels like a coordinated effort, so that resulted in us losing authority while also getting this penalty here. So this is a regional loyalty penalty, increased revolt risk, piety and stewardship penalty, and it's going to last 5 turns. Okay, so that's unfortunate, but we still have a pretty good loyalty despite the penalty, and so revolt risk is 0%. I wonder if that was a regional decision that one of our enemies took, maybe the Normans, or it could have been any of these countries over here. Alright, so we've gained control of a new province, and they're grown in 1 turn despite the fact they only have 1 population working on that. So we're going to change this up just a little bit. I think we're going to have it look like that. They're currently building the wood cutting. And we got the timber wall constructed over here, so now the fortification level is 3. So it's one of our higher border provinces. We could go ahead and get them an anchorage. So you'd have it in 2 locations here. Get a nice siege resistance bonus and the increase to money. See if there's any other options we might want to get instead. No, you know what? Let's get that. So start working on that. It's only going to take 1 turn, so fairly quick. Let me just see if we want to do some construction over here. You know what? Let's get the levy camp. I know it's going to cost us some money, but we can always use more manpower. So that will slow that down by a little bit, but it's really not too bad. And they're growing in just 2 turns. We didn't go through all of our notifications here. We got that 1 regional decision again from peasants to freemen, so we'll probably make use of that. So you can see our authority is now in the negative. You know, it's going down every turn. A big part of this is the hostile foreign claims. That's negative 0.6. It's also that sedition from the nobility, negative 2.3. That's hitting us even harder. But yeah, we could actually do something about the claims against us. Try and increase relations with those who have the claims. So, you know, you just go through your territory. Oh, we got a corrupt governor here. So that's the event that we got. Taxation penalty 35% and a stewardship penalty of 40%. Yeah, do we really want to remove our uncle when he has such a high loyalty? And he's got the good administration rating as well, so that's actually making up for the authority that we're losing here. So it's really just the taxation that we're losing. Yeah, I don't know if we want to remove him or not. And that's kind of one of the problems with putting the peers in place. It seems like it's very common that they end up being corrupt. We did finish construction in both these 2 locations, but what we're looking for is claims. I think this location is the one where we have the most claims on us. So we can ask these countries if they'd be willing to abandon their claims. Probably not. We can check here in transactions. Switch over to them, and then we could just demand this, but it's not a high chance of them accepting. Could offer them cooperation. That increases it slightly. Not by much though. And I would like to expand this way next rather than over here. And once we're done with Normandy. And so I would be willing to do the cooperation. What if we granted them some money as well? Oh, now we're requesting it. Well, you know what, let me see if I can't offer that from my side, if that improves it at all. Probably not. You're probably gonna get the same thing. Yeah, it's still 9% chance, but we'll put it on our side like we're offering it to them. And then we'd offer them money. So that gets us up to 10%. That's probably because the bargain points are at the -1. So what if we offered 120? 18% chance. So not high. I can offer it to them, see if they'll accept. So let's propose this treaty. Again, it's not great, but we need to fix the problem here with the authority. So I'm going to send that off, and we're going to contact pretty much everybody who has claims on us. Just go through them and see if they're not willing to give them up. Okay, so we'll go over here next. And then we also have 2 countries that have claims on our capital. So that Cologne was one of the more recent ones. So just see if they're willing to abandon their claim here. It's a 4% chance without any deal. Now, I don't think we're going to offer them a cooperation treaty. We'll just offer them money. That gets you up to 9% for 150. That is not high. I mean, it's just not really giving you much at all. Would metal be worth more? Metal is worth a bit more. We do have a lot of it. I mean, it's giving you a slight bonus, but it's really just not worth it. You know, we have so much money, I will grant them money to get rid of these claims, but yeah, if they're not willing to accept it, then whatever. It's 9% chance. Let's propose it, see what happens here. Kind of sucks that this is a mechanic, honestly. You get all these different claims on your territory, and just because they claim it, it's hurting your authority. And then the only thing to do is like to give them money or to fight them and get them to abandon it. It's kind of a shame. Because who cares if these little weaklings... Yeah, I mean, it's like Cologne over here. Like, who cares if the Archbishop of Cologne is saying they have a right to our territory, to Paris or whatever? It's just ridiculous. So I don't know, it's kind of a silly mechanic, I feel. And that you do get the big old penalty there. So yeah, we'll just send this off to everybody, and that we're just throwing money away, but there's only so much to do with the money anyways. So the other 2 are Cologne and Picardy, but remember, we're going to conquer them, so that's not going to be an issue anymore. So yeah, we'll contact the Archbishop here. See what it would take to get him to give up his ridiculous claim. So I'll switch over to him. Yeah, his claim on Paris. And we're not going to offer him... I mean, I don't really have an issue with cooperation. If that would increase the chance. It actually makes it less likely he'll accept because he doesn't want the cooperation treaty. That gets you up to 6%. Okay. This is 5%. Whatever, we'll offer him 50. 5% and 6%, there's not a huge difference. Honestly, they're all probably going to decline these. We'll send them off. Maybe we get lucky here. So the last thing we need to do in this turn is manage some construction. We finish up the wood cutting here. So let's get... We'll get the herbalist. It's always useful. Over here we got another population. I don't know if we've been managing this location at all. So let's see what we want to get next. Constructing here. Well, there's a medical practitioner. This grants health and money. Could also increase their fortifications. Would be wise for this particular location. Their fortification level is 0, and it's also kind of far from the rest of our territory. So it would make sense. Let me see what the population is currently doing here. We should change this up a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. That gets it growing in 8 turns. I almost want to send another one over there, speed that up a little bit more. And then over here, let's move this guy over to the infrastructure. And then might get the trench and stakes. Really trying to focus a bit on fortification just to make our locations more difficult to take. So they can't just grab them in one turn. Would be good to get a wooden church here. But good God, it would take forever with our current setup here. We need to move another freeman over here. And that'll speed things up quite a bit. You know what, guys? I still think fortifications is what we should get. All along the borders with Normandy. Yeah, I want it to take longer for them to be able to siege down our provinces. So let's see if any of those treaties were accepted. Sure hoping they, well, they certainly didn't. A little bit of authority there, so that's helpful, kind of making up for some of the authority that we're currently losing. I did forget to take that one regional decision, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. And also, we discovered one of our nobles, their loyalty. I did get another population over here. Probably leave them on growth, makes sense. Harris got another population as well, which is nice because that gives us another building slot. You know, let's increase the fortification here with the castle lib. It's currently at 16, and so yeah, would be helpful to get it a bit higher, make our capital more difficult to take. With that extra population, I think we'll just keep them on growth. That's currently 8 turns away to the next population there. We finished up construction here. Let's go ahead and get something else started up. Get the glass blower. These are some nice bonuses for infrastructure. I feel like infrastructure is pretty good here though. Doing something for money would be useful. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the brewery. That's 14 extra money. So get that started. It's only going to take 1 turn as well. Over here, you know, we're doing so well money, we could move anybody that's currently working on earning money, we can move them elsewhere. And then as for what we're going to get them here, could just do the local market, get even more money. You know what? Let's do that. Let's get them the local market. And then over here, we're going to continue working on the fortifications. So get that started. We got another population in Antwerp, so let's go ahead and move this one over towards infrastructure. Try and get that done a little bit sooner. Again, we just don't need as much money. I don't think we're constructing anything over here, and also we're not growing. So let's just go and move. I don't think I managed these pops when we got here. And then let's get them. Oh, the manor. Exchange port is pretty good too, though. Yeah, we can get them that one. It'll be 8 turns to get that constructed. We're going to grow in 6 turns. So I think that's it for this turn. It's going to be 2 more turns where we get over here, and then we'll declare war and get them conquered. Just kind of strengthen ourselves a bit more. We did get a 4th progress token. Excellent. And they want a cooperation treaty with us. Oh wow, that's interesting. They actually accepted that. Okay, so that means we got rid of their claim here. So that should help with the authority to a degree. I mean, it's still negative 0.6. Might not take effect until the next turn. Or maybe just get a flat rate. It's not as much based off of how many countries have the claim on you. I'm not entirely sure. Or if you just have at least 2, since that's what the notification keeps stating, is that we have 2 or over 2. We discovered another character's loyalty. I'm not sure who that one is. So let me just take a look. That's this character here. He has very low loyalty, which is a shame because he would be useful in several ways. Okay, so yeah, just all the nobles kind of have low loyalty towards us. Keep forgetting to use those decisions. We're going to do that first as soon as I finish going through these notifications here. Oh, well, that's interesting. Maybe they only agreed to that because they're getting conquered right now by Upper Lorraine. Yeah, okay. So they just got something out of us, some money to help finance their war, I guess. Aquitaine rejected our offer. It seems like everybody else did. Okay. So yeah, very unfortunate that the only one we got to remove the claim is somebody who might end up getting conquered anyways. So the regional decisions. The first one I want to look at is the remove civilize. I probably want to use that one here. Let me just see what's in this location real quick. Okay, it's the same thing. The barony. I think we'll do that one here first though. Even though this one is costing us more food and money. Or the same amount of money, but a bit more food. Okay, we're going to use it here. So get rid of that. And the other one I want to use is this one, peasants to freemen. And we're going to use that in Calais. Why not? Alright, so let's take a look at all the things that happened. We did finish up the construction in several locations. So this is going to grant them a bit more money. See what else we can get them. Get them a crude smelter. Get a bit more metal. There is a small harbor that's currently available. Not going to give us too many bonuses. Just the siege resistance. Well, this isn't our main harbor, so I prefer to build it somewhere else. And they don't have a church here yet, so we'll get them a wooden church started up. We also got some additional population. Probably just keep them on the food. Though again, we can keep moving anybody out of the commerce. Finished up the castle lip in Paris, increasing the fortification level even further. Could get the moneylender, which does not take up a building slot, grants money, but you do lose piety. It also has a regional loyalty penalty. Another option would be the nuts presser. You get food and health and money, so we're all pretty solid. Yeah, you know what? Let's get that. It's got a health bonus too. Yeah, that's a really good one. So we'll construct that next. Remember, we can only get one more building here in Paris. Population is increased over here. I guess we'll have them go into food. You know, I suppose we move all these. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna grow on 5 turns. Also finish up the construction of a local market here. Let's go with let's do the rat catcher. Again, doesn't use a slot there. So I believe this turn we'll be declaring war, right? Yeah, we haven't moved here. We did get another unit. For not one decision that we took. This is just the peasant militia. There's really no reason to keep these. I should have disbanded them when we first got them. Well, we'll disband them now. Yes, we know. Everybody's got claims on us. So let's go and declare war on them. It's going to cost us just that 3 authority. And that does mean we'll have to wait to actually move in their territory. So I should have declared war in the last turn. That's fine. It does give us our units a turn to rest, I suppose. That'll be our justification for that. Alright, so we did finish up the construction in Calais. So that's going to grant us a lot more money. You see we're earning 114 per turn currently. It's not bad. I want to get the small harbor here. So let's go and start that now. That's going to be 6 turns. And we also finished the construction of that rat catcher, which again did not take up a slot. As you can see here, it's just granting us some extra money. I suppose we should get this so that we can get the level 2 buildings, or at least for agriculture. And we also finished the construction of the earthworks over here. Again, just trying to increase up the fortification level, which is currently at 2. This here doesn't take up any slots. It does reduce the health and the manpower, but gives you a lot of infrastructure. Yeah, quite a bit. Get this infrastructure bonus here. Yeah, it has all these penalties because they're unhealthy. Could get the exchange post. It's a local watch. Or the wooden church. Could also get them the manor. They don't have any stewardship buildings. We'll get them. We'll do that for the stewardship. Alright, so I think that's it for this turn. We're going to do one more just to get the war declared so that we can move our troops over there. We did lose that authority because of the war declaration. No extra progress tokens. However, I have noticed that we're starting to get closer to England, catching up to them when it comes to the legacy ranking. Last time I saw this, or I noticed it, it was 25 that we're behind. And so we are catching up to them. This is kind of a weird message from Normandy, that they're not without allies. Considering the fact that, first of all, I think they are without allies. And then there's the fact that Normandy is at war with them. Or at least they were before. Let's go through all these. Obviously a lot of these are going to be our allies and vassals joining the conflict. But let me just double check. Because yeah, they're still at war with them. And we'll also look here, see if they do have any allies. It certainly didn't help them out. So yeah, they're just at war with all of our allies and vassals. Alright, so let's go over here and get their their capital conquered, and that's all they have now, since they already lost the rest of their territory. And yeah, that'll help us reducing the authority loss, hopefully. So that notification about the witchcraft trial, that is a new decision that we have here. You can accuse up here the realm of being a witch. And how successful you are is based off of like their piety, and I think also their stewardship ability, their administrative ability. Yeah, we're gonna get them the port here. I think that makes sense. Did finish up with the wood cutting here, which I think that was started before we got control of that location. Could get him a beekeeper for some additional food. And you know, I think that might be what we get him. Yeah, let's do that. Increase the health, get a little bit of money from it as well. Got additional population here. Probably gonna leave that as is. A lot of people working on infrastructure here. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let's move one of these towards growth. Now, even though they're not building anything, remember they are assisting the rest of the province to get the construction done. Got a population here too, leaving that as is. And we finish up the trench and stakes here to increase the fortification level. You know, let's keep on focusing on that money. Because look at where we're at now. We're doing fantastic. And those trader boroughs is a big part of that. Got another population over here. Let's put them into, are they helping build anything? They're helping out there. But you know what? Let's put this peasant into growth, and then these two can work here since we don't really need the money. Let me just see what notifications we have up here. Anjou wants a cooperation treaty. Well, it'd probably be the next one we go to war with after Normandy. So I think we're going to decline this. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do that. So unfortunately, we do have to end today's episode here. And the next video, we'll attack Picardy and get this conquered. And then I think we'll be ready to go to war against Normandy. Don't know what their army size looks like over here. They've stayed at peace this whole time since they can't engage in this conflict. I think that's why as well. It's because they're already at war, and so they don't want to start a new one. I wouldn't be surprised if they declare war on somebody else as soon as we finish up this conflict and conquer them. Like maybe the Bretons, perhaps England, or maybe even us. Just because, again, I think it's being at war that is causing them to not start any other conflicts. So I have to see what happens there. But it would be interesting if they declared war on the Bretons, because they'd be more likely to want to work with us then, because we'd have a similar enemy, since we'd be declaring war on Normandy too, and also that results in the Norman troops being distracted over here. So I have to see what happens there. I'm looking forward to that conflict. That should be in the next episode, because this won't take very long, guys. We just attack them and then do the siege, which we do have those siege engines, and then move our troops over here and probably declare war right after that. We'll make sure we do the claim too. Could have done that already, because we could have been hurting their authority. So that would have been an option. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.